Hey, what's up, everybody? You already know what it is. Fat Boy Chronicles. Ask you one more time, because you already know what it is. All right. Like I told y'all before, it's my favorite time of year. It's Fat Boy Fall. All the best eating happens in the fall. All the best flavors, all the best everything, right? So this is that good time of year where you put something in the crock pot before you go to work. Come home, house is smelling all good with it, right? You just make you some cornbread, get you a bowl, sit in front of TV, and just relax because it's fall. All the good stuff happens, right? All right, so I'm gonna do a little hodgepodge, a little combination, a little play on two different dishes to create something. Never made it before, but you already know how I do. Come check it out. I got some beef shanks that I put in the crock pot, some lamb breast, you already know, bacon, some cheese, some eggs, some peppers. I'm sorry, that's not peppers. That's onions and carrots. A little fresh thyme, and then I'm making some broth. Oh man, that just fogged my camera up. All right, some broth over here. So you probably asking, what those things got to do with each other? What you making, right? You already know it's something that's slow cooked, right? So I told you I'm doing a play on two different things. I'm doing a play on beef bourguignon and shepherd's pie, right? So it's a hodgepodge of both of those. Never made it before. I was in work and it just came to me. All right, so let's do it. Hey, y'all remember in the Bible, in Ezekiel, when God spoke to Ezekiel, he was like, can these bones live? Right? Hey, this is a prime example of these bones living again, right? So what I did was, in crock pot, I made my beef shanks and I made my lamb breast, right? And so after I deboned them, I just added some broth, some beef broth, some bay leaves, a little garlic, and boiled these down to make my own stock. And this is going to serve as the base of our dish. All right, in my Dutch oven, I started some bacon. The fire is on a medium because I want to render this fat off. And then to this, we're going to add our onions and our carrots. All right, you guys can kind of see this bacon didn't yield a lot of fat, which is okay. We could always add some fat, but we want a little bit of smokiness from this bacon. So we're going to take this out, and then we're going to add our onions and our carrots. All right, bacon in there. Onions and carrots. All right, so we're going to let these go just for a little bit longer because we don't want to cook them until, they're done. We just cook them until they're soft. We're going to add a little bit of garlic and then tomato paste. All right, so we got our tomato paste. Now we're gonna pour a whole bottle. Yep, that's right. I said a whole bottle of Merlot into this. Whole bottle. There we go. To that, we're gonna add this. What's this? About a half cup, a little bit more, of cognac. It's gotta be cognac. Did y'all know that cognac, well, brandy actually means burnt wine? I didn't know that. I just learned that today. All right, so it has to be, it can't be bourbon or any other derivative. It has to be a good cognac. All right, so we're gonna let this come up to a boil and we're gonna add a bay leaf. All right, let me use this as an opportunity to kind of explain what we're doing, right? So, okay, so if you don't know what beef bourguignon is, it is basically a beef that's braised down in a red wine. So you can use a Cabernet, a Merlot, or Pinot Noir, whatever you want to do. It's also using brandy. Well, more specifically, if you're making it in the French rustic country way, a cognac, right? Because cognac grapes are from cognac region of France, right? So we're using that. So we're gonna cook this Merlot, these beef shanks down in that red wine. How we're gonna flip it and do something additional to it is we're gonna make it also into a shepherd's pie. So shepherd's pie, being from from Ireland, right, is usually made with mutton, some kind of lamb, something like that. So we're gonna take those same flavor profiles from the beef bourguignon, and we're gonna also add another protein to it and some additional vegetables and then bake it. All right, let's go back. All right, y'all, I know it's kind of foggy, but I forgot to mention that I also added the beef broth back in here, right? So we got beef broth, you got Merlot, you got the cognac, you got the vegetables, and we just kind of let this cook down and reduce. Now we're gonna reintroduce the meat back to it in a second. All this talk about cognac and Merlot and all that stuff kind of made me thirsty. Hey, this ain't nothing but apple juice though. It's the apple juice we had at my dinner party. So you already know. If you was there, you already know. This apple juice is apple juicing. All right, y'all. So the meat has been reintroduced. And honestly, if you wanted to, you could stop here, right? Because This is basically beef bourguignon right here. Beef cooked down with wine. It's pot roast, right? Y'all know pot roast. Hey, you already know it. All right, so we're just gonna let this reduce a little bit, and then we're gonna add some additional vegetables. Now, I gotta say this: if you're gonna use the lamb, I like lamb. Everybody doesn't, but if you like lamb, make sure that you get some of that fat off because lamb is just definitely a fattier protein, and you don't want to ruin your dish with too much fat. All right, but hey, y'all look at this. Yeah, that look good, don't it? That look good. All right, we're gonna add some more vegetables though. All right, so now we're getting into shepherd's pie territory, right? So we added 1 bag of frozen carrots and peas and 1 bag of corn to the mixture, and we're gonna mix this in and let it simmer. All right, y'all, this has been going just for a few. I don't like my vegetables real mushy, right? So, again, you can stop right here and serve it right here, again, with some cornbread. But we're gonna just take it another level up. While everything was kind of coming together, I made some mashed potatoes. Just regular mashed potatoes, nothing fancy. All right, so what we're gonna do to this is gonna be our topping for our shepherd's pie. So we got the mashed potatoes. We're gonna add some Parmesan cheese to it, and then we're gonna add 2 eggs. Make sure these mashed potatoes are nice and cooled off before you add the eggs because you don't want to scramble the eggs. All right, so we added some fresh thyme to it. If you have some kitchen twine, it's a good idea to kind of tie those together so you don't have sticks floating around in your dish. And so this is a great time to adjust your seasoning. Hey, but can we pause for a second and just recognize the bars? If these one of the most sanguinous light-skinned folks ever, man. All right, so go ahead and adjust your seasonings. Let this go for about another 10-15 minutes. All right, so we took the mixture, the stew, whatever you want to call it, right? And so now we're getting into the shepherd's pie part because we put it in the pan. And now we're going to top it with the mashed potatoes. All right, so remember our potatoes are full of cheese and garlic, right? Garlic mashed potatoes, just add some cheese and this little egg so that it's going to fluff. We're going to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes. All right, fresh out the oven. Fresh out the oven. Smelling like fall. Smelling like extra calories and all that good stuff. All right, so we're gonna let this cool off for a minute, and then we're gonna be ready to taste it. Y'all see it? Looking all wonderful. What's up, y'all? All right, we're at the conclusion of the matter. We got the potatoes. We got not just regular potatoes, but cheesy Parmesan mashed potatoes, garlicky mashed potatoes on top of this lamb that's been cooked down with cognac and Merlot and all this good stuff, right? So it's just fall in the bowl. This is the kind of dish that you make and you curl up in front of the TV with a nice blanket and you watch something really dope, like a good series, and you just, boom, you already know how it goes, all right? So fall flavors. Oh, shout out again to those who came to my fall dinner party. Hey, videos and pictures is about to be dropped soon, so hopefully y'all had fun. All right, everybody else that didn't come, make sure you come to the next one. It's gonna be in February. All right, so let's taste it. It's like the song says, zoom. You just want to zoom away and just kind of, man, it's good. It's wonderful. It's folly. It's good. All right, make it at home. Make your variation of it. You already know how it is, you know. Mine's just suggested, not law. So hopefully you like it. Hopefully you like this video. Love y'all. Simply Scrumptious, Fatboy Chronicles, all that good stuff. You already know. See y'all next time. Love y'all.